All right, so that hour-long Nintendo Direct has finally happened, and I gotta say, it was definitely a pretty solid Direct, but yeah, the one thing that everybody was wondering about was when we were going to be getting a new Direct, because we haven't had anything since like that April Direct that happened for the Switch 2. And yeah, so we finally had this Nintendo Direct, and they spent like the first 20 minutes just talking about Mario's 40th anniversary. And that was a big thing that people were also wondering about, is like what they were going to do with it, because we haven't had like any type of announcement for like a Mario anniversary Direct or anything. And they've always kind of celebrated the Mario anniversary, so it kind of felt weird if they would just skip it, especially for like a monumental 40th anniversary like this one. So yeah, that was all inside of this Nintendo Direct, and they actually talked about how the movie is really going to be like the big culmination for it. And so the big like Mario Bros movie sequel is actually called the Super Mario Galaxy movie. So I'm excited for that. Galaxy is probably my favorite Mario game, I would have to say, and I'm just very excited because I know Rosalina's going to be in that movie. I can't wait to see how she's going to look in the movie and everything. So that's going to be really awesome. I'm looking forward to that for sure. But when it comes to the game side, they announced that Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are going to be coming in a collection. And I mean, Mario Galaxy 1 was already available with like the 3D All-Stars if you already had that when they did like that Mario collection a few years ago. But Galaxy 2, people have been asking for that for a while, so that is here too. I'm just happy that you can also purchase these individually, because I really didn't want to buy an entire collection of Galaxy 1 and 2 if I already own Galaxy from like 3D All-Stars. So I can just buy Galaxy 2 on its own and save a little bit of money, so that's cool. And it seems like they also added some more like storybook content and stuff, they said, so like there is going to be some slight new stuff inside of this too, so I guess that is kind of cool. But I know a lot of people really wanted to see like a brand new 3D Mario game get announced, and I think it might come still. But yeah, I mean, we didn't really get to see that announced inside of this Direct, but I think that it is definitely has to be like worked on at some point. Like there's no way that they're not working on that right now, and we'll probably see it. But yeah, they really kind of just had Galaxy 1 and 2, and I guess because the movie's coming out, that's really kind of what they wanted to have in terms of games. Now, they also announced a brand new Mario Tennis game for the Nintendo Switch 2, which I think is pretty cool as well. I'm not really super into the Mario Tennis games. I was kind of hoping for like a Mario Baseball game or something like that, but it is cool that we have a new tennis game now on the Switch 2. I'm just hoping that these ones do have a lot more content now, because one of the biggest criticisms that people had with the Mario sports games on the Switch was how they released with like barely any content, and then later they kept like drip feeding you all of the extra content that got added in to actually make the game pretty big. So hopefully this one actually has a lot of content available from the start, especially if they're going to be trying to sell all of these now for $70. I was kind of hoping for Mario Baseball or some other Mario sports games. I'm not really super into tennis, but it is cool now that you have this as a tennis game, and I think it is going to be coming early next year. Something I am excited about and I saw coming from a mile away was the Super Mario Bros. Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 edition. I said from the start immediately that it was so weird that New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe got a Switch 2 upgrade where it got like upgraded to 4K and had all the Switch 2 features and stuff, but they skipped out on the actual like latest brand new 2D Mario game that was made for the Switch with Mario Wonder, and this completely makes sense now. It is getting a Switch 2 edition, and it seems like it's going to be adding a lot more multiplayer content, which is cool too. I definitely have a lot of friends that I can play this with, so I will absolutely be buying this. And it seems like there's also going to be like more stuff with like actual adventure stuff too, where it seemed like they were adding like the Koopalings into it now, so you can actually like fight against the Koopalings maybe, if they're actually going to be improving some of the boss fights with that. Like it seems like this is going to be pretty solid, and yeah, I think that this is probably going to be like either $10 or maybe $20. So if you have to pay for that, that's fine, because I already own the game, so it's not going to be like super expensive. But yeah, this just makes a lot of sense, because I was sure that they were definitely going to be saving something for like Mario Bros. Wonder, because it was so weird how they just skipped having that game get any type of Switch 2 update. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting this. I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, I think it is going to be coming out in early 2026. Now, they also announced a brand new Yoshi game, which was kind of interesting too. When I first saw this, I thought it was like a remake of Yoshi's Story from like the N64 or something, but it's just a straight up brand new Yoshi game where like with like this mysterious book, and you're kind of jumping into the book and like having these different adventures and stuff. So yeah, it looks like a pretty cutesy game. I think it comes out early next year as well. I don't know if this is going to be a game that I'm going to immediately buy day one, but the Yoshi games eventually do go on sale and become like $30, $40. I think this might be a pickup then. But yeah, it seems like it's just going to be kind of a chill Yoshi game, and we haven't had that in a while too. I think the last one was Yoshi's Crafted World, which came out on the Switch like very early into its life. I think that was like 2018 or so. So this is like 8 years after we're getting another Yoshi game, so that makes sense too. And yeah, I saw a lot of people just saying like no 3D Mario, but they're giving us a new Yoshi. Yeah, I think that they just definitely want to save a lot of the stuff with the 3D Mario, which is why we didn't get to see it. But I'm absolutely certain that they are working on a brand new 3D Mario game, and we are definitely going to get it at some point. But I just think that they don't want to have it right now because Donkey Kong Bonanza just came out, and it is kind of similar to that. It was made by the same team and everything too, so it's because of that reason that they just don't want to really give stuff with that game. But speaking of Donkey Kong Bonanza, they actually shadow dropped DLC for this game, which was not something that I expected either, because this actually seems like a pretty substantial DLC. Like, it's actually like an entire new area that you can go to, where it's like very reminiscent of the DK Island, so you got a lot of nostalgia from that, plus like this new Emerald Rush mode that you can play through as well. So it's like a whole new kind of place to just explore around and find stuff there. You've got all your familiar characters like Diddy and Dixie and everyone, so it's a lot of fan service, and that was really cool. I just didn't expect that to get shadow dropped. And we also got Void Kong, so he didn't just like disappear in the game, like if you know what happens when all of that happens inside of the game, so you can get him back here too. It's pretty cool. I think it's kind of cool that they have a mode like this, and having that get shadow dropped is definitely kind of surprising. I'll probably be picking that up. I think it's kind of cool to just have that as like an extra thing that you can do. And yeah, I really wasn't expecting this to get DLC first before Mario Kart World. It's actually kind of surprising. I thought that Mario Kart World coming out first, like they definitely could have done an update where they added some new racers or new costumes and stuff, but this is pretty cool too, and I guess that they just want to have more content for this now, with like the holiday season coming out. A lot of people are going to be getting this game with their Switch 2s and stuff, so now they've got some DLC that they can get into as well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I don't really have too many like bad things to say about it. Seems like an extra kind of fun thing, and it's optional. You don't have to pay for it if you don't want to buy it. I think they said it's going to be $20, so doesn't seem all that bad. But yeah, it's cool that we have like this now too, so some additional content now, and the fact that it's available today is really cool, so I might actually just play that later tonight. Now, we also got information on Pokemon Legends ZA, which also got me very excited. I knew there was going to be something about this game because the director of the game quote retweeted about the direct, and he always does this whenever there's going to be some Pokemon news. So the fact that he did this, I knew there was going to be something, and they showed something incredible, which was the Mega Evolutions for the Kalos starters, and I think that this is so cool. I loved pretty much all of the designs that they showed too. So we got Mega Chestnut, Mega Greninja, and Mega Delphox. All of them look really cool, so I'm actually very happy with the designs for all of those, so that's awesome. I think that they did a really good job with that. I wasn't really expecting them to just reveal 3 brand new Mega Evolutions. I thought they might just kind of have 1 or 2 maybe new ones that they want to show. And we also just got like Mega Malamar revealed a few days ago, so I didn't really think that they'd be ready to show new ones, but these Mega Evolutions look incredible. I'm very happy with them, so that's awesome. But then they announced something really interesting. So this announcement kind of came out of nowhere, but apparently there's like some type of Mega Evolution DLC or something that's going to be coming to Pokemon Legends ZA. And this was so weird. They showed 2 Mega Raichus, this was like not even leaked. This was not rumored or anything. Nobody knew about this, but it's like a Mega Raichu X and a Mega Raichu Y. And we basically just got DLC now confirmed for Pokemon Legends ZA before the game is even out, called Mega Dimension. I don't know what this exactly entails. I don't know what it's about. I don't know what it's even going to be. It says additional story content coming soon. So I guess there's actually going to be more stuff to do inside of the game also. So that's very exciting. We haven't really ever seen Pokemon announce paid DLC before the game releases, but Nintendo has done that before with like Breath of the Wild and stuff. But this definitely seems very exciting too. I'm already very hyped for Pokemon Legends ZA, so I will definitely be picking it up, but it was a very surprising announcement that caught me off guard. And finally, the big finisher for this Nintendo Direct was an all-new Fire Emblem game. And honestly, this just makes perfect sense. Like, if you hadn't seen by now, it's been a while since we've had any type of new Fire Emblem content. It just makes sense because Engage came out in 2023 at the very start, and even that game was done for a while, so Intelligent Systems had to have been working on something, and we finally got a brand new Fire Emblem game. This looks pretty exciting. I mean, I'm actually looking forward to it. We've got the character designs that I think look really cool. The gameplay looks really nice too. It seems like it's very kind of reminiscent of like this medieval kind of like Roman style to it, where I think it's actually looking looking really cool with the UI and everything too. I'm interested to see where the story is going to go and like how these characters and everything are going to work, because what's really weird is at the very end of this, they actually showed what looks to be an adult version of Sothis, which was a character from Fire Emblem Three Houses. And it doesn't look like that this game is directly connected to Fire Emblem Three Houses. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a sequel or a prequel or anything, but maybe it somehow is, because if Sothis is there, then it has to mean that this game is connected in some way maybe. So it could just be taking place maybe in the same universe or something along those lines, but I am interested to see how that's going to go. I think the game is looking good too. Like, this is actually a game now for the Switch 2. It looks like the resolution is pretty good now. It doesn't look super pixelated. The character models look really good. The cutscenes are looking really nice too. So I'm actually having some good things to say about that, because I was not really a big fan of how Three Houses looked in terms of like the graphics and stuff, but this actually seems like they're really kind of learning to make the game look good now for the Nintendo Switch 2. And yeah, it's supposed to be coming out in 2026. I'm guessing it'll probably be like a summer title like how Three Houses was, or maybe it could even be like a spring or early game, but I am very much looking forward to this brand new Fire Emblem game. It's been a long time. So yeah, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave coming to the Nintendo Switch 2, and I'm very excited to see what this game is going to be like. But yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts on this Nintendo Direct. Overall, I thought that it was pretty good. I think I would give it like a 7 out of 10. Nothing really made me jump out of my seat and go insane. I was actually kind of surprised that they didn't have any type of other like Switch 2 editions for other older games, or even just like free updates. They actually had like an entire section of Switch 2 editions, but it was only for like third-party games, where like it had like Overcooked 2 and it had like Hades 2, and I was like, all of these third-party games are getting Switch 2 editions, but you're not making Switch 2 editions or just free updates for other like Switch 1 games. That was really weird, because if they had like a Xenoblade game getting Switch 2 editions or just enhanced on the Switch 2, that would have made me jump out of my seat and go insane. So the fact that they're just kind of skipping over all of that was kind of surprising. But either way, even just third-party stuff, there was some pretty cool stuff, like seeing Resident Evil 9, like the brand new one, being available on the Switch 2 alongside all of the others early next year. They announced, I think, like a Dragon Quest 7 remake, so there were some pretty cool things inside of all of that as well. But yeah, overall, I thought that it was pretty solid. And so yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to click that like button and also subscribe to the channel as well. I'm definitely gonna have some more videos talking about Nintendo and stuff, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this. How do you feel about this Nintendo Direct? What would you rate it? What was your favorite announcement? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. But if you don't have anything to say about it, just comment your favorite emoji down below for some engagement. I would really appreciate it. Go follow me on Twitter at @Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.